recording.
Beautiful, lovely people. Wendy and I are here to talk about the first group, which is the group The Plains, and your egg beater project. And right off the bat, we're looking at Stacy's and really appreciating your sketches. This is very important for your own process, but also for everyone to see how you are, working on the project. Great photos. And I know that for some of you, even documenting these photos is like a little bit annoying, like you forget, but it's really important. So, oh, this is nice. A change of scenery is helping you. Nice.
More sketches.
Love your scraps. Okay, so here's your planned pattern. I think what I appreciate right off the bat is the play with the positive and negative, and the fact that I can see there's a plan, but I don't feel that it's so rigid. You know, I can imagine what's happening off the page in a nice way.
Yeah, it's like predictable, but not boring.
Yeah. This is the half drop pattern. And again, I would commend you on your movements and yeah, it's nice to see both versions. The movement of this piece and again, sort of the idea of the constant and the variable and kind of picturing what's going to happen next. Nice. This one I loved seeing the process on, and again, really appreciate the boldness of this. I also very much still appreciate the connection to the egg beater, but yet very abstracted from it. So I thought this was very striking, both in process and also matted here.
Yeah, I really enjoy seeing it matted. I think
And,
the process for this one, when I saw the process for this one, I thought it was like her final image. And then I saw
right.
this one, I was like, oh.
And I agreed with Emily's comment that said incredible, because it was really wonderful. So this was where I asked them to do organic in geometric. I feel less of the organic in here, although the little, almost floral shape is, I'm sure, what you are thinking about. And again, not a big deal. It's not like that's my cat is running around. It's again, it's got such a rhythm to it. You're still abstracting. There's a beautiful balance of the black and white. And I'm looking at the entire piece rather than just like in the center somewhere. So I think it's quite lovely.
This is her inspiration for this one.
Whoa. Whoa. Unbelievable. Just your cutting skills. My goodness. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's so clean. It almost looked like it's drawn or something.
Yeah. And such intent, like even in the corners, this is something I repeatedly talk about. When you start putting a mat on something, like really paying attention to what's happening in that frame. And it might mean, you have to make a bigger mat, but really beautiful and incredible craft, Stacy. And of course, I'm sure for Wendy and myself both, we love seeing the ones where I've asked you to work with typography. Oh, I love when you click like that. Again, it's like
Yeah.
this little animation. So they were, just as a refresher for everyone, using either E and G or just E or however you wanted to do it, but referencing the egg beater through typography. Again, so lovely. And I appreciate both of them.
Yeah, me too. I think on the matted version, if I didn't know they had to use an E or a G, I think like especially this part, I can't recognize it as type, and I really enjoy that. This as well.
Yeah.
Like the only thing that gives it away really on this one is these two right here. But otherwise, I love how they look like shapes and not type.
Agreed. And the bottom left, especially that wonderful positive
Yeah.
negative. Yeah. Very nice. Very, very strong, sweet, beautifully documented, great sketches, and also really wonderful to share your process. Sweet. Okay, Kayla, I hope you all weren't just so tired of looking at an egg beater.
Mm.
Look at this. Fantastic. Again, the sketches. Um, nice. Oh, that's nice. I appreciate your comment, Kayla, about inability to cut straight lines. Absolutely fine. One would never know. And some of these comments, it almost becomes nitpicky. And, we love to give everyone as much encouragement as possible. And please, 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 I totally appreciate and respect the difficulty with working with your hands on this scale and having to cut all these papers out. I mean, these alone, to me, this is even more important, frankly, the generation of
Yeah.
ideas, thinking of this, all of
And
these are wild.
I think she's including like sketches for every single composition, which is really good.
Yeah, beautiful. Yeah, very, very strong. Again, fantastic abstraction of the egg beater. Um, wonderful rhythmic quality to this, beautiful positive, negative, extremely strong. Yeah, again, I'm just going to commend you on the sketching. I can't stress enough the importance of the process and the thinking. So this is also, I love this one. It's similar to what we just saw with Stacy, the idea of almost like a tile, but the fact that you're
Mhm.
looking down on the egg beater.
Oh, I really like this one.
I do too. Again, fabulous. Beautiful. Oh, I love this that you said
Mm.
having difficulty drawing organic shapes, and then your organic shapes look like a fried egg. Absolutely. That's the first thing I thought of. And no, I think you
Oh
did a
yeah.
very successful combination of organic and geometric. And absolutely, I get the egg.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Now I'm hungry.
Oh my goodness. So this is where you found a pattern. And nice. Research based. Wow. More freeform and less structured. Yes. Absolutely feel that. And I think it's those little pieces that you have
Yeah.
that are really, what's nice about it is that great contrast of scale. And it just feels like this wonderful scatter of shapes.
Yeah, and I really appreciate the little pieces. They almost look like they were sprinkled around, and it makes it look more fun, less structured.
Here's the E and G. Oh my gosh. Again, what's nice is I don't really know that these are EEs.
Yeah, this one I could
Let's see.
definitely not tell if I didn't know about the assignment. They kind of look like locks or umbrellas
Yeah,
upside down.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. And then I see that you're saying you have two different kinds of paper. And what I appreciate about your comment is even noticing the subtle difference of that. And again, sometimes a restriction or something that you're not able to access creates something else. So even that fact that you're noticing there's two different types of black in here, and the contrast of that is really wonderful. Yeah, very unexpected use of the letter forms. Oh, it'll be so fun when you guys get to use color, won't it? So these are Jennifer's. And Jennifer, do we have enough process? Is this it? I can't remember.
I think.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah, we're good. We're good. I know
Yeah,
there's a
yeah,
couple
she
people. Yeah,
included them.
we're good. Okay. Sorry. So this is where you're combining tools and Some of these comments are just terrific. The idea of opening and closing the eyes with the lashes. What a great abstraction. Nice. Very clean. Yeah, I love it. Unmatted. What is with you people and your craft? What are you doing?
Yeah,
Is
it's
this
so
really cut
clean.
paper?
And there's no glue marks or anything.
Wow. Wow. Yeah, nice combination of tools. Again, I feel like it's a little trapped in the mat. What's happening on the bottom feels less intentional than when we see it here. This, I really feel the quality of the pattern here. And just for everyone, the idea
Yeah.
of the mat is to clean up your work, but your work is so clean anyway. So sometimes sometimes the mat just isn't part of the deal because you don't need it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think in the past I've insisted on the mat because of the work quality was far more messy. Yeah, same here. I'm going to tell you, you do not need the mat because some of those dots are just touching. But the idea of the radial pattern in this, really terrific. Yeah, I really sense the radial pattern. Yeah, get rid of this mat too.
No mat.
Yeah, not needed. This one,
Yeah.
I have to say, I'm less excited about this because I think you could do more with the negative shape. And again, when the mat's on it, I'm very, very aware of the lower quadrant just being kind of a void. Yeah, right where your cursor is. And kind of maybe even thinking about another element that adds to this, because right now it feels to me a little bit unfinished, and I'd love to
Yeah.
see a secondary something happening. Wow. The arches from the egg beater, cloisters in in New York City. I mean, your um, reference inspiration is terrific. Yeah, again, I think you don't need a frame on these. It's beautiful, but you don't need
This
it.
one kind of becomes a little bit trippy with the frame though. Like you can see sort of like an illusion over here that goes away if you do this. It's
Absolutely.
completely different.
Yeah, and when you get to the bottom of that one, the bottom, like that one line that's just hanging out there,
Mm.
yeah, I agree with you. But good grief, again, just the use of the letter E. I love the upper and lower case that you're doing.
Mm.
I do think I would encourage you in some of those circular forms to consider maybe working in a little bit more negative space, because I'm so conscious of the negative space in the lowercase e and the uppercase
Ooh.
e, that I'd love to see a little bit more of the radial pattern maybe happening in the center. But again, unframed, unmatted, terrific.
Yeah,
Either
this
way,
is way better without the frame, I think.
yeah.
Process.
Yeah, we love seeing process. Nice. And for all of you, again, sometimes like drawing isn't your first go-to thing. Oh, nice. It's just sketching. It's not meant to be a finished piece, and it's just generating ideas. And hopefully that's something that becomes more of a habit for you all. Okay, so we are now looking at Veronica's, and I think we start off with the finished. Your image is wonky. It's either upside down or just photographed upside down, meaning the wide proportion of this mat should be at the bottom. I suspect it's just upside down. But in terms of a planned pattern, fantastic. Half drop pattern. Nice. Again, I think they're just upside down. Hopefully we can see these unmatted as well. Beautiful. This one, again, the mat is touching in a funny way. And I think I'd even love to see even more detail, maybe in between some of these bold, you know, half-inch strips of black, something that kind of gives it more depth. Sometimes if you just add a little whisper of something, you can
Mhm.
sense space more. But I do appreciate the abstraction of that. Like, it's like, what is this thing? I love it.
Yeah.
Organic and
Organic and
geometric.
geometric.
Again, I think what you have in all of these is a very bold, simple approach, which is really quite lovely. Ah,
I like this
pattern.
one.
Yeah, pattern influenced by modern Greek tiles. Again, even as I look at this, because your line weight varies ever so slightly, I start to get a sense of depth with this. I love more than you know, Veronica, that your circles are not perfect and they're not the same size. This is something I
Mhm.
really encourage with this project, that you're not obsessed with quote perfection. Really lovely.
This one in color would be really, really nice.
Ah, letter form incorporate again. Who would know this is the letter E?
I like the
Um,
abstraction.
yeah, I think with this one, however, I see this like fence post element in almost all of yours. You know, it seems like, again, like a half of an inch strip of black, and maybe thinking about something completely different, whether it's something that is now curved that's combining, but each one of yours seems to have that same, I will call it a line weight. So my advice, because we love the ease in the center. Oh, you can't see my cursor, but I think that's a new, fresh shape for you in your series. But I would say think about what you can do with those pointy pieces. Again, maybe it's you're cutting some negative space out of them, but really thinking about the negative space in your composition also.
Also, if you think about it, these could be E's as well.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. There's the graphic designer in you talking. Absolutely. Ah, these are so important. Beautiful, beautiful sketches. I'm really impressed, I think, overall with what we've seen in terms of people's thorough sketching. Sometimes this is a difficult component and you're just not really sure where this is going and how to translate this. Oh, this is nice. This is, again, for you, Veronica, just seeing this influenced by Mary Mako. I'd love to see more of these organic shapes in your series. But wonderful to share your process. Oh my gosh, is that the
That's
whole
it for
group?
this group. Yep.
All right, lovely planes. Again, thank you for all of your egg beater patterns and abstraction. Again, it's continued abstraction, but it's not something that just you pull out of the sky. You're referencing something and you're just taking it each time to another kind of level of this simplification and combining. Yeah, beautiful.